Hey there, what's up everyone? Sergio here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down how you can become a millionaire by investing $500 a month into real estate. Let's go. Sergio here with Serg Unlimited. In this channel I do a lot of videos about making money online and offline to help you reach financial freedom. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell to receive notifications on future videos. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Serg Unlimited, and there's going to be links on all the information that I talk about in this video in the description down below, so check that out. Alright, so in this video I'm going to be breaking it down and explaining to you step by step how to invest $500 a month so that in 20 years you can have over $1 million saved up. And if you saw my previous video, you'll notice that I did a test on investing $100,000 just one time into different types of investments and seeing which investment paid back the most after the 20-year period, and real estate investing was the winner. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking it down for you so that you can see exactly why. We're going to jump into my computer here so that all of this can make sense. Let's go. All right, so in this Excel spreadsheet that we have here, I broke it down year by year so that it can be easy to understand how I came to these numbers and how the money will actually grow year after year. All right, so for this example, I started with a savings of $35,000 and it's going to be investing just $500 a month. And the reason I used $500 a month is because $500 isn't that much money, and the majority of people could save $500 every single month to invest towards something. So that's why I decided to use that number. So I'm going to start explaining the spreadsheet now. So as you can see here, beginning of year one, you start off with $35,000. So you're going to buy your first property. Let's say you bought a property for about $150,000, which, there's many states in the United States where you could buy a nice property and rent it out for $150,000. And I used a 20% down payment is $30,000 as the down payment. And I added $5,000 for closing costs. That's why we come out with down payment plus closing costs, $35,000 total. So you begin the year with $35,000. You buy the property. So you spend the $35,000. Now you're back at zero. But now since you have a property, you're profiting on that property $300 every single month after paying your mortgage, taxes, and association. And these are all very accurate numbers because I did them myself in a realistic scenario. So what I did was I calculated the loan amount at about 5% interest rate, $120,000 loan amount, which is the remainder of $150,000 after the $30,000 down payment. So $120,000 loan amount over a 20-year period. And yes, I am doing 20-year financing on this example because I felt 30 years was a little bit longer. So this is to save $1 million in real estate in 20 years. So on a $120,000 loan amount, your monthly mortgage payment with principal and insurance should be around $792 at a 5% interest rate. Let's also say that you have an association fee here at this property and it's $400 a month, and you pay $250 taxes monthly, which comes out to $3,000 a year, which is very realistic. So I did all those numbers. Let's say you rent the property for about $1,650, which is also very realistic. For a 3-bedroom apartment unit here in South Florida, that's going to leave us with $300 a month in rent profits. All right, so let's continue. So at the end of the year, you'll have saved $300 a month now extra on top of the $500 that you're already saving from your work or business, your active income. So you'll have $3,600 total saved up from rent and $6,000 total from that $500 monthly active income. So at the end of year one, you're going to have $9,600 saved up because now you have one property collecting rent as well. So let's continue. Now we move on to year number two. Year number two, you begin the year with $9,600 that you saved from last year. You don't have enough money saved up yet to buy a property, so $0 down payment here. And I'm trying to explain this as best as possible so that it makes more sense for you. So then at the end of the second year, you'll have collected another $3,600 in rent profits, another $6,000 from your work or business, your active income. So now you're going to have a total of $9,600 from the first year saved up and $9,600 $3,600 from the second year saved up. So now you're gonna have a total of $19,200. So now we're moving on to the third year. You start the year with $19,200. Don't have enough money yet to buy a property. You save that rent every month until the end of the year. You save your income savings as well. And now you have $28,000 at the end of the year. So we're gonna continue. As you can see, now that it makes sense to you, you can just move along. So at year 6, now you have $48,000. Now you have enough money to buy another property and put a nice down payment and pay closing costs. So the other thing I did for this example is I did appreciation year after year, because history has shown that real estate in the past 20 years has increased an average of 5% year after year. So this property that we bought here in year 1 for $150,000, now in year 6 is going to be worth $187,000, because I also, on the spreadsheet, I also added a 5% increase of property values every single year so that we can realistically calculate the values of the properties being purchased and the equity that you're going to have on your properties at the end of those 20 years. So year 6, we buy another property, $187,000. The 20% down payment plus closing costs for this property is now $44,000. As you can see here, it did go up because the property values went up. So now we're going to have 2 properties collecting rent. I did keep the rent profits the same at $300 a month just to keep it realistic. Just because property values do go up, it doesn't mean that the actual profit after paying your mortgage, taxes, and association will increase as well. So now you have 2 properties collecting $3,600. It's $7,200 at the end of the year, plus your $6,000 of your work or business that you save every year. So now at the end of year 6, you're gonna have $17,200 in cash available and 2 properties now. So we're gonna continue. Year 7, 8, and 9, you don't buy any more properties. You just collect the rent and save up to year 10. In year 10, now you're gonna have enough money saved up again. Now you have 3 properties, and as you can see, at the end of year 10, we have $23,600 available, and it's just gonna continue. I did all the numbers all the way down up to year 20. I'm not gonna keep following through because the video is gonna take way too long, but you get the picture. So let's jump to year 20. Year 20, we start the year with $85,700 in cash available. We buy another property, that is property number 6. So now we're collecting rent on 6 properties. That's $21,600 for that year 20, plus your monthly savings of $500, which is $6,000. So at the end of that year, you should have around $43,000 in cash available. You're gonna have 6 properties. Now I'm gonna break down all of the numbers of the equity that you have in your properties now after 20 years. So your first property, since you bought it 20 years ago, now it's paid off, which was $150,000. Although now the value did go up 5% over every single year, so now it's worth $300,000 after 20 years. And these are realistic numbers, keep this in mind. Property number 6, you're gonna have about $235,000 in equity because of your down payment and the years that you've been paying it up to now. Property number 10 is gonna have a little bit less equity, but it's gonna have around $185,000. Property number 4, $134,000. Property number 5, $95,000. And property number 6, only about $70,000 because you just recently bought it with the down payment, and you've only been paying it down just for 1 year since you bought it at the beginning of year 20. But in total, in equity, out of all of your properties, you're gonna have $1,019,000 more or less if you did this correctly. You're also gonna have around $43,000 in cash left over that you collected from all of your properties and that you had in savings from rental income and your savings in year 20. So we're gonna add that to the $119,000. And now after year 20, you're gonna be collecting $31,200 per year in rent because your first property is gonna be paid off. So you're not gonna have a mortgage on it. So you're gonna be profiting a lot more rent now on it, not just the $300. And as soon as we get to property that we bought in year 6, that one will be paid off as well, and your monthly income is gonna increase as well. All right, everyone. So that's pretty much the breakdown of how to properly invest into real estate and the breakdown of the calculation of saving $500 a month and reinvesting it into real estate over a 20-year period. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video, if you understood everything correctly, and if you got some value out of it. Go ahead and give it a like. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm to get this video out to more people. Also, let me know what type of videos you would like me to make for you. So that's it for this video, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, peace.